it kind of still aligns with that Great Reset idea. This kind of ties into this other article from Reuters I wanted to share. This says exclusive, in all caps. Pacific Undersea Cable Project sinks. I like the pun. Sinks after U.S. warns against Chinese bid. So basically what's happening here is you have this Chinese company called Huawei Marine Networks, now called Huawei Marine Networks Technologies, HMN Technologies. It's majority owned by a Shanghai-listed company. They submitted a bid to build this cable for the United States in the Pacific Ocean to connect some of these small little islands that the U.S. has control over. They submitted a bid 20% below rivals. You had a Finland company and a Japanese company, 20% below. So this Chinese company, sheltered, it's really like the Chinese political party, sheltered by a Huawei company, because we know Huawei works closely with the government, right? The guy who started Huawei was an ex-general in the army in China. So we know that they're very well connected. They're bidding 20% under to get the contract to build this cable. And the U.S., even here, the World Bank, said that this could be an issue because if we let China build our technology network and be a part of our grid, that opens up a whole can of worms as far as national security issues. How do we keep them from tapping into the grid and putting malware into it? How do we keep them from learning about how we built our grid? How do we keep our own technology? They've stolen every other intellectual property thing that they can steal, and that's why they've become so self-sufficient. That's why they export more than they import now. They stole all of our IP, basically. So what's to stop them from doing the same thing here? I think that is exactly what you're seeing. It says the East Micronesia is an area near the Philippines. It's like a small set of islands. This was designed to improve communications in the island network of Nauru, Kiribati, and the Federated States of Micronesia by providing underwater infrastructure with far greater data capacity than satellites. Just like we had the cable back in the day from New York to London. That's why it's called the cable, right? Two sources with direct knowledge of the tender told Reuters that the project reached a stalemate due to security concerns raised within the island nations over HMN Tech's bid. Why is the Chinese company coming in 20% less? It's clear why. They don't need the fucking money. The project's planned connection to a sensitive cable leading to Guam, a U.S. territory with substantial military assets, heightened those security concerns. It's all about China getting closer to our bases, getting closer to us. Just like that guy in Texas, the ex-Chinese military officer who owns 500 acres or so, and he built a wind farm, and he can spy on Andrews Air Force Base from his wind farm. This is the same thing. They're trying to do it here. It's just China asserting dominance. And I'm talking about all these little articles to you guys because it might seem like they're one-offs. Here and there, we're talking about China taking over this, trying to do this with the South China Sea and this and that. But when something big happens, the majority of people that don't watch my streams and that are not involved in this stuff, they're going to be like, oh my God, how did China get away with this? Bro, they've been getting away with it in small little steps. This is how China does things. This is strategy. It's small steps, coercing the world to move to its will, so to speak. And weaseling its way into deals, weaseling its way into American soil. That's what China's doing right now. At the same time, we're acting like they aren't committing genocide and harvesting people's organs. We act like that's not happening because we need them. It's a very complicated relationship, and I think it's going to lead to China, if not already having, it's going to lead to them taking the upper hand.